How are you? Yeah, fine, sir.
Welcome.
How are you?
Welcome, sir.
Thank you so much.
Welcome, sir.
My flight got
On
delayed for an
behalf
hour.
of all of us.
Yeah.
Welcome, sir.
I thought I will not be able to miss this time. Thank you so much. Thanks. Pleased to be in your beautiful state.
It's a wonderful privilege to have you.
No, the privilege is mine.
Raja, just open the
Yes, well, I thank you all for waiting so long for us. It was a well extended meeting. But however, now we are ready to address the press, and our Honorable National General Secretary, Mr. Abhishek Banerjee, will do the meeting.
If you have any questions to ask, please you can ask one by one.
The AITC is the new entrance in Meghalaya politics. And the perception that is doing the rounds, that acceptability will be a big challenge for the party. So if you can tell us the AITC's roadmap for 2023 elections, how will you take on the NPP-led NDA government?
See, AITC, as you rightly said, has entered Meghalaya with a definitive objective, and we are here for some serious work. We are not here just to enter the business, enter the political fray in form of just contesting 1 or 2 seats. AITC will contest with all its might and contest all the 60 seats.
Be louder, we can't hear you.
Can hear you.
You want to be
Can you use the mic?
So just to answer your question, like I said, that the time AITC had entered Meghalaya, we have been very clear about what we want to achieve, and we have conveyed the same to our colleagues and workers present in the meeting today. AITC is a national party, but it's a national party with regional ethos. So Trinamool Congress is going to put its entire might and contest the upcoming assembly elections in all 60 seats. And like you all know, we have launched a membership drive today, and we are asking and appealing to every Meghalayan who wants to be associated and who are desperately looking for the change. You have to take the baton on yourself, and you have to take it on you and make sure that the proxy NPP government is defeated in the months to come. So Trinamool Congress today has launched a membership drive. We are asking everyone to call it 96877 96877 and associate with yourself with the Trinamool Congress. We have launched this membership drive amid the crisis and the carnage that the state is facing, because we want more and more people from every nook and corner of the state to associate with Trinamool Congress to make sure that we are able to stand with every Meghalayan in this time of crisis. You will not find Trinamool Congress in your times of happiness and joy, but we will stand with every person residing in the state. We will stand with them shoulder to shoulder and make sure that we are able to cater to them, especially in the time of distress and crisis. And proper relief materials are reaching them time to time, and our workers are being actively able to associate themselves to stand by them shoulder to shoulder in this kind of crisis.
Sir, I have a question.
Please.
Goa, in Goa, the AITC have also contested.
Yes.
The performance was very low.
Yes.
So, what are your expectations here in the hills? In
See,
Meghalaya?
both states are completely different. I think every state has its own ethos and heritage and culture. Obviously, after winning Bengal, we went to other states. We went to Goa, we went to Tripura, we went to Assam, we have stepped into Meghalaya. But losing a battle in in a different state doesn't mean that we will come. We will not come as a democratic party. We have every right to come and ask for people's support. It is up to the people. It depends on their prerogative, their wisdom, their intelligence, and their understanding whether they want to elect a political party which will put its entire weight and ready to take on the proxy BJP government head on, or they will ultimately be helping the BJP. So the narrative lies on them, depends on them. BJP lost West Bengal for that matter. That didn't stop BJP from entering into states like Rajasthan, Uttar Pradesh, Tripura, or for that matter Meghalaya. Losing an election in a state is a completely different story. Every state is different. As a democratic party, as the world's largest democracy, we have got every right to go and appeal to the people. It is ultimately to the people to decide what is best in their interest. So we have come to Meghalaya, like you have seen in the month of November. Mr. Charles Springrove, Dr. Mukul Sangma and 12 MLAs, including them, join hands with Trinamool Congress. Because they had the fire in their belly, they wanted to take on the NPP proxy BJP government head on, and the platform was missing. So Trinamool is the right platform. We are the only political party in the country who has not cowed down to their agency threats and their tantrums and fancies. We are at the ground. We are taking BJP head on. We could have entered into another state where Congress is in power. We haven't gone. We are only going to state where a credible alternate to the ruling BJP dispensation is missing. We have stepped into Tripura, we have stepped into Meghalaya. A credible opposition is missing. And it is the opposition's job to hold the present incumbent government accountable, to make sure that the government is able to operate remaining within the ambits of constitution, that the government is able to keep on its poor promises, that the government is able to cater to the most poorest of poor of the state. The government is able to cater, and every person in the state has the access to the best healthcare facilities of the educational system. So this is also the role of the opposition, to make the government accountable and show its place. If they do anything wrong, they will be taken to task. So that is the role All India Trinamool Congress is playing. And like I said, every state is different. So it's better that we leave it to the judgment of the people of this state to decide what is best in their interest.
So you've mentioned in your speech inside that the MDA government has not done much when it comes to there are a lot of corruption and talking about the interstate boundary. They've just signed the MOU. However, in the government's take, they've always mentioned that we have done something, whereas the government, who are now the leaders in the AITC, has not done anything in the past.
So what has it done? Just by signing an MOU, do you think a dispute has been put to rest? It's not the case. Who has they consulted? Was anyone consulted on the ground? People who actually fought for this land, who fought for the statehood, who actually lived as Meghalayans for their life, who lived as Meghalayans, who died as Meghalayans, will now have to live at the mercy of another state. This is a matter of immense shame. He has never consulted anyone in the ground. He is surrendering Meghalaya's land to things, and will not act as a subservient to the government, and will do to take the government, to make the government accountable and make sure that the government operates remaining within the ambits of constitution. I will work as the true custodian of the constitution. We will support him.
Please
These
take
five
this
things.
question. Please take this question.
Done.
Your party
Yes.
has been tagged as a Bengal party by the opposition.
Who has tagged? I don't know. Opposition will do.
Few of your MLAs
All right.
decided to jump to another
Can-
party. It's because of this reason.
Can I answer now? Okay, thank you. Opposition will do their work. Congress was started in Maharashtra. Is Congress a Marathi party? AAP was started in Delhi. Is AAP a Delhi party? So opposition, as I said, we are a national party. National party, the status has been accorded by the Election Commission of India. I am not saying. You go and check with the Election Commission, there are 6 or 7 national parties out of the 1700 political parties in the country. So we are one of them with regional ethos. So opposition will do their job. They will try to label and brand Trinamool as a Bengali party. Obviously we come from Bengal. But I have the guts to put this on record in front of camera. Next time when a BJP, like you're shooting questions to me, with all modesty and humbleness, I will request you, next time a BJP leader comes to the state, you should shoot the same question to him. Like I am putting this on record and saying that in the next 6 months when we have a new government in Meghalaya, Meghalaya will not be ruled from Bengal. Can the BJP leader put this on camera on record that Meghalaya will not be ruled from Delhi or Madhya Pradesh or Maharashtra or Gujarat? Let them put this on record. Alright? Any more questions?
You ran a very successful campaign in West Bengal and you won the election with the slogan Khela Hoye. So will you retain the same style of campaigning here and the slogan? And number 2, there is another question. There was a fight between your workers here and some political parties. Are you aware of that?
There was a fight?
Yeah.
No, I came straight from the meeting, so I am not aware.
2 a.m. at 2 a.m.
I think 4 o'clock.
First question, like I said, that every state has its own culture. So the Bengal campaign in the context that you're asking the question is completely different. When we plan we started the membership drive, when we draw the campaign or formulate the campaign, we will definitely put the right perspective and place the right thought into perspective and design the campaign in that way. But it doesn't have to be in the similar lines like the ones in Bengal.
Why don't you commit to a winning strategy? Like,
Who is not committing to a winning strategy? I'm saying, see, something that worked in Bengal is not necessarily it will work in Meghalaya. That's what I'm saying. The mistake that BJP did in Bengal, they thought Bengal is Gujarat. Bengal is not Gujarat. If you think Meghalaya is Bengal, Meghalaya is not Bengal. Every state has its own identity, its own values, its own ethos, its own culture, and its own history. We have to respect that. I don't want to deliberately put something on the people of Meghalaya just because Trinamool Congress is ruling the state of West Bengal. We are in power in West Bengal, and I think the kind of governance that we have been able to offer, which is quite sustainable and conclusive, we have to offer that same welfare schemes and make the development more sustainable in the long run. Like Mamata Banerjee is empowering every caste creed community, the women, the SC, the ST, everything on the same lines will be planned, incorporated, keeping the culture of Meghalaya, ethics of Meghalaya, ethos of Meghalaya and values of Meghalaya in mind.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Will you be projecting Chief Minister candidate for this upcoming election, like any other party?
Let the elections be announced. I think that will be appropriate time to address this.
And if AITC comes to power, what will be your key challenges, major challenges to the
As I said, that the governor,
particularly in Garo Hills,
that the government has failed to keep on its poll promises. So the first and foremost challenge is to make sure that every Meghalayan in the state is exposed, or rather have the access to the best healthcare facilities, to the best education system. When it comes to the welfare schemes, every person, even sitting at the remotest of areas, has the access to the government welfare schemes, and the government delivers them at their doorstep, like we have done in Bengal. The government actually go to your doorstep to deliver the public schemes, the welfare schemes. You don't have to stand in queue. So that is the model of governance Mamata Banerjee has created. That the government will go to your doorstep to deliver the government schemes and the poll promises that it made, whether it's ration, it's healthcare facilities, and every year we will do there will be some mechanism in place to make sure that you're able to get, get the benefits of the welfare scheme that has been announced by the state government. All right?
Just I'm sharing in English because I came from Kolkata, I stayed in Baguiati. Today you were coming, so that I came from Guwahati just wanted.
Thank you so
One
much.
thing I want to share is, from the grassroots level of every owners, like the auto drivers, shopkeepers, everywhere where I have taken my food, some teas, etc. I have asked everyone, and they told change is coming.
Thank you. Change will come. Change will come. That is what I'm saying. It depends on the, like someone asked me a question, they have tons of money. I said money doesn't speak the last word. Then if someone has money, then Mukesh Ambani or Adani would have been the Prime Minister of India. They have the most amount of money in the country. So money doesn't buy everything. Ultimately it depends on the people. Anyways, thank you so much. Thank you for bearing with us patiently. Thank you.